Good morning, my dear friends. Today we can see nutrition in fungus. Nutrition is the process of procuring nourishment or nutrients. We all know that nutrients are necessary for the growth of an organism. Nutrition is a principal function of the vegetative phase. The supply of nutrients it is essential for every living organisms. The nutrients they serve as the structural units. Energy source for the building up of protoplasm, and it is the basis of life. Essential elements. The constituents of the organic and inorganic substances which fungi make use of are carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, phosphorus, magnesium, sulfur, potassium, manganese, copper, molybdenum, iron and zinc. Calcium is required by some fungi but not all. Macroelements, that is ions of sulfur, phosphorus, potassium and magnesium are mainly involved. Microelements are ions of iron, zinc, copper, manganese and molybdenum. The sources of macroelements. The organic substance usually utilized by fungi are varied in nature. The carbohydrates they are mainly needed for the building up of the body and also act as a source of energy. 50% of the dry weight is carbon. Carbohydrates, it is the main source of carbon. Most fungi use simple sugars. Glucose is suitable for almost all fungi. Some fungi are able to utilize fats as the only source of carbon. Basidiomycetes include most of the lignin utilizing fungi. That is, it is utilizing lignin. Proteins, lipids, organic acids, alcohols are utilized by some fungi as a sole source of energy. Fungi require nitrogen. Sources of nitrogen are proteins, peptide or an amino acid. Hydrogen and oxygen they are supplied in the form of water. Certain vitamins or organic growth factors are also required in trace amounts. Besides the nutritional requirements, growth of fungi is influenced by certain habitat factors such as temperature, oxygen supply, moisture, pH, etc. Mode of nutrition. The fungi lack chlorophyll. We have already seen in the last classes. According to their method of obtaining food, they are divided into two categories, namely the saprophytic or saprobes and parasites. Saprophytes cannot ingest solid food and the mode of nutrition is halophytic. Food is dissolved outside and then absorbed. The parasite lives in and on or on the plant or animal and absorb organic molecules as nutrients through the cell walls from the tissues of the host. That is, the parasite they can live in the plant or animal host, that is endoparasite, or sometimes the parasite they live outside the plant and animal. They are called ectoparasites. In both cases, they are absorbing the organic molecules of the host as the nutrients for their growth. Mechanism of nutrition. The whole mycelium or special portions of the mycelium may have the power to absorb these nutrients. Fungal hyphae secrete some enzymes, that is hydrolytic enzymes, which can convert insoluble complex food materials into soluble form. The hyphae penetrate into the host cell. The intercellular hyphae obtain nutrition through the cell walls or the membrane of the host cell. Some highly specialized plant parasites, they give out slender lateral outgrowths. It can puncture the host cell wall and makes minute pore through which it can enter the host cell. This type of feeding organ of the parasitic fungi is called a hostorium, and here the feeding is done without killing the host. Hostorium are the characteristic of obligate parasitic fungus. Many fungi obtain nutrition by living in mutually beneficial association with other plants. The association is not casual but permanent. The two best examples are symbiosis and mycorrhizae. Symbiosis. The common example of symbiosis is an association of the fungus and an algae. It is termed as lichen. The duty of algae is to synthesize food with the help of green chloroplast and share it with with its fungal partner, and the fungus, it is absorbing minerals in solution and water from the substratum and passes them to the algae. Mycorrhizae, it is defined as a symbiotic association between the hyphae of certain fungi and roots of plants. It is of three types: ectomycorrhizae, endomycorrhizae, and ectendomycorrhizae. That's all for today. Hope you all understand the session. Thank you.